What makes Nivio so special?
Well, we think it's special because we believe we're going to revolutionize the computing landscape by making it as simple and as affordable as cable TV. This means anytime, anywhere, any device access to your online desktop. This could include shared access systems such as internet kiosks, cyber cafes, your existing PC infrastructure, but also devices of the future such as games consoles and TVs that are broadband enabled. Ultimately, we're creating a computing environment that is always up to date, has abundant power to serve the latest applications you're using, and is always turned on so you can always access it. Nivio is a utility computing company for the consumer, so we create packages that are easy to understand and also priced at a point that consumers will be able to afford, be it in the developed or in the emerging markets. We believe that the technologies that Nivio has to offer have far-reaching positive impacts at a global stage.
What country, in your opinion, best facilitates the startup of a technology company?
I believe that every country has an incubational advantage, whether it's in the emerging markets or in the developed. Our firm has had the benefit of harnessing the facilities from 3 great countries. In the UK, we believe that the academic program fosters a lot of entrepreneurship, leadership, and creativity. I remember in my school days at Queen Elizabeth Boys School, where Young Enterprise, a pan-European competition, was a key part of the curriculum year on year. I also remember my days at Imperial, where there was a huge focus on leadership, on creativity, and on making sure that we saw things through. Switzerland has its natural benefits. The most important is its brand and its political neutrality. But it also provides a very strong corporate and legal structure for the kind of business that we're in. A business that, at a global level, will be holding a lot of consumer data. Switzerland provides the strongest data protection laws the world over. And last but not least, by any stretch, is India, a key tenant in the delivery of our platform, as our engineering team is based here, skilled, passionate, and highly sophisticated, following the Indian brand of software development. The internet has created a global platform, but has also given birth to the MNC startup, small startups like ourselves that cross geographic boundaries to collaborate to create what truly is a global service.
What makes an innovator?
That's an interesting question. Innovators are bizarre phenomena. They're individuals that are forever changing the status quo. They're individuals that are forever unhappy with the world at large. But ultimately, innovators realize it's more than just having an idea. And that's not to say that vision isn't important. Vision's very important because ultimately that's where it starts from. If you look at the characteristics of an innovator, generally they're people that see it through from start to finish. That means they have the determination to pull through on an idea. They have energy and passion in abundance because that's how they become magnetic towards teams, funding, and eventually customers. They have very strong leadership skills because as a person with an idea, all you're selling is vaporware. It's a concept, it's a vision. So by having strong leadership, you instill people to follow that vision. Innovators have a surprising risk appetite. In a situation where they can take a known route or an unknown route, they will always take the unknown route because ultimately they've realized that's how you build a world-beating product or service. At their core, innovators are salespeople because without the salesmanship, the product never becomes live. It never gets in front of a customer, it never gets funding. Absolutely important, though, for an innovator is to be sincere because when you get your first customer, your first dollar of funding, or your first team member, it's all about the credibility that you build.
How does Nivio contribute to improving the state of the world?
Before I answer your question, let me give you some key facts. 16.5% of the global population has a PC. Out of the 50 million internet users in India, only 9 million have a PC. And in fact, in India, there are more places that are wired up with broadband than PCs are available. So our audience of 5 billion people are disconnected from achieving their potential. Nivio empowers these users by giving them access to computing facilities that are simple, affordable, and relevant. So what do I mean by relevant? Well, relevance is a very important part, especially in emerging markets. The farmer who wants to access weather data, the farmer that can sell a surplus stock now because he has access to computing. The child who Dr. Sujita Mitra's project proved can educate himself and change his destiny as long as he has access to computing facilities. And the villager who wants to talk to his government easily, the villager who wants to rejuvenate his life in projects just like Project Shakti that exists in India. Nivio is not just an emerging markets play. We have something that liberates our patrons in the developed world because they are fed up of the complexity around modern day computing, whether it's data loss, security, privacy issues, or obsolescence. Over the last decade, computing has become more and more complicated, where as the user has become less and less technical. Nivio solves these by providing an environment that is simple to use. Like we said, it's very similar to cable TV, on demand, available all the time. And finally, I'd like to leave you with a key message. Our world is changing at a rate that we never anticipated before. Our brothers and sisters from the East have an upward struggle in poverty and education. Those of us from the West, whilst we have abundant access to computing, face a different breed of the digital divide, a very complex computing ecosystem. Nivio looks to solve these holistically, both developed markets and emerging markets, using its natural strengths and technology. We believe that by solving these, we will make the world a far richer place to live in.